Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, unfortunately we do have a tragic outcome to what I thought was turning around to be one of the better news stories of a man being rescued from going overboard. Unfortunately, that's turned tragic. We also have an end to that search for the 7 missing people who ran into that river cruise ship accident on I think it was the 19th of the month. Carnival announces it's up to 10 cruise ships now that have smoke-free casinos. And Carnival cruise ship also rescued 25 people in a small boat. So as I reported out yesterday, a man had gone overboard on the Icon of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship, about one day into their trip heading to Roatan, and it stopped for 2 hours. A rescue unfolded, and it was reported that the passenger was in medical with the family being treated. Unfortunately, that seems to have been exaggerated somewhat, as it was actually announced that he was deceased and unresponsive by the time they got him back on the cruise ship, it seems. So unfortunately, he was not one of the 28% that are actually survive going overboard on a cruise ship. He goes into that much larger category of 72% that don't make it. A bad turnabout. So we thought we finally had one of those rare instances of a success, and it just did not work out that way. Speaking of not quite working out that way, we also have that ship in Hungary that had collided with a motorboat with 7 people in it. Apparently the search is now over. They've stopped the search because, tragically, the 7th body has been found, the 7th deceased has been found, and so they have called off all searches now that all people are accountable for who was on the motorboat at the time. Now, they did detain the captain, and they were questioning him based on suspicion by the police for failing to stop and provide help in an accident, etc. Based on that suspicion, they went on board and they interviewed over 25 people, both crew members and passengers. But as of right now, that captain has only been detained for a while. He has not been charged officially yet. Doesn't mean more may not come from down in the future. However, when they did interview a few of the passengers that were on board, they said, we had no idea there was any kind of collision or anything along those lines. It is possible that they did not know this actually happened until the police pulled them over and said, hey, by the way, you got damage on the front of your hull. This was a very small boat after all, and it could have been, in their mind, that they brushed up against a log or just a bad wave hits the boat. It could have been many things, especially if it was in the evening. Still unsure exactly how this accident happened or what happened, but as of now, everybody had been recovered, unfortunately, and no further rescue attempts are going to be made. Speaking of rescue attempts, we do have Carnival, and the Carnival Radiance was responded to a distress call by the U.S. Coast Guard, and they found a small motorboat with 25 people in it, including 3 children, and they offered assistance and brought them aboard, provided them with food and some medical attention and warm clothing, and then they rendezvoused with the Coast Guard and handed them over to authorities for processing and whatever they decide to do with the folks out there. But it's, imagine, like, look at the size of that boat, and 25 people out in the open ocean on that boat is definitely not a super safe way of traveling at all. So it's lucky for them that they were spotted and nothing too serious happened to them trying to make whatever crossing they were trying to make. Next, we also have Carnival, who has said that they, you know what? We now have 10 casinos that are smoke-free. And it all started with their new ships, the Jubilee, the Celebration, and the Mardi Gras, all have smoke-free offering casinos on their cruise ships with separate areas. But they also have it now on their other ones where the primary room where tobacco smoking remains permitted. They also have side rooms where you can now go, much like Royal Caribbean did with the Jazz Club conversion into a smoking area. Well, Carnival's done the opposite kind of thing, but the Carnival Forenza, Vienza, Vista, Dream, Magic, and Breeze are all examples of ships that now have a smoke-free casino offering on board. And as somebody who does like to occasionally frequent a casino, I lose too much money, so I don't go very often. I am glad that they are offering both. I don't need them to completely cut out smoking in casinos on cruise ships, but I would definitely like to have a separate area. We just came off the Majestic Princess, for an example, and she has doors. And the doors remain closed the entire time. So at least when you're walking by the casino, you don't get this big bam of smoke. Other ships I've been on, I'll be walking down a corridor towards the shows at night in the theater, and there's a big opening where the casino's down below, and it's just like walking directly through a tobacco factory. And that really does turn you off if you're a non-smoker for things like drinks and food and things like that. When you go through an area like that, it just, bam, hits you in the head. So I really would love the casinos to have 2 offerings for people. Divide it up somehow and have a completely separate area. Just having a right-hand side smoke-free and a left-hand side with smoking on it really isn't non-smoking. Smoke doesn't just, oh, you know what, over there is supposed to be smoke-free. I won't go over there, the smoke says. No, smoke floats. Smoke goes where the air goes. Now, some cruise ships have done a very good job of having a very good ventilation system that sucks that smoke out. And other cruise ships have a horrible job doing it, and it doesn't do anything. And it just, you might as well just make it completely smoke, because your smoke-free area is just as smoky as your smoking area. So good news there. If you're a non-smoker on Carnival, you have some place to go if you want to gamble, and if you're a smoker, you still have a place to go on board those ships as well. It kind of solves both problems where everybody can just get along. Well, leave a comment down below. What do you think? Do you think smoke-free is the way to the future? It's taking a long time for cruise ships to come to what most businesses are in North America now are smoke-free, right? You can't smoke in offices, you can't smoke in grocery stores, you can't smoke in places, in bars anymore, but you can smoke in casinos on cruise ships. And the reason you can smoke is because they want people to linger and they want people to go there and spend their money. Yeah, more than anything else. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.